You didn't fail me this time. You didn't fail me. Hey guys, back with the review of The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, a lot of you expect what this movie was from. You know, the remake of Sam Irving's Spider-Man, which I think is a lot better, but I had a lot of fun in theaters when I saw this in 3D. I had a lot of fun in theaters. Now, many of you expect what to see from The Amazing Spider-Man. Just another reboot following the same storyline. But it's actually a pretty interesting storyline as well. But still, I think Spider-Man's kind of interesting, even though he was one of my favorite childhood. Even though I'm still in my childhood, like, superheroes. Because he was the mature one that had humor. Well, kind of mature. Because he was the one that could save the day from the terrifying villains he had to fight. But yet, all of his villains have to, like, be a normal guy that was just chilling, then something bad went wrong and stuff. Why does it have to be those kind of villains with Spider-Man, huh? But this was a lot of fun in theaters. But the only gripes I have with the movie is actually the villain. The villain is actually not that menacing as, like, the previous ones in the Spider-Man movies. Even Sandman is more menacing than this one. That doesn't mean it's still a lot of fun to watch. You get enough character development to even know Peter Parker. You get enough character development to know, like, Gwen Stacy. I don't know who she is. She's probably from the comics, I guess. But this was a lot of fun in theaters. And I saw it in 3D, which the 3D doesn't add much to the film. Just add, like, hey, look at this, a bunch of stuff popping out at you, and probably even shaky cam along with it. Pop, pop, pop. It's like 3D's taking over everything right now. I mean, I'm a fan of 3D, but you really have to take 3D for everything. Even this thing could be 3D for all I know right now. 3D LGM. And he can say this in 3D. 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 Coming out at you. What? Third eye coming out at you. Middle eye or something. It's coming out at you. It's coming out at you. 3D has to take over everything, which I don't think is okay. But the 3D was okay in the movie, but this was still a lot of fun in theaters. Because in the theaters, it has the big screen. At your house, it's just a regular, okay watch. But let me tell you, the 3D was just okay. It was just okay. I'll give it a passing grade. I'll let the 3D pass, but here's the thing. The player who plays Peter Parker, because everyone knows, if they haven't read the comics, Peter Parker got bit by a spider. Let me sum up the plot of the movie. It's the same plot as before. Peter Parker gets bit by a spider, and then his uncle dies, and there's this new villain called the Lizard, and he has to stop him from turning other people into the lizards. Why does he want that? You know those things are going to wear off anytime soon. He wants his antidote to, like, turn people into, like, these lizard things, which I think is terrifying. I don't want to be a lizard. So that's why the Amazing Spider-Man has to come up and save the day. Because this crazy psycho man wants to turn people into lizards. But he's not that menacing. I mean, some parts he actually is, because in one part he almost turns all, like, the people in New York into lizards. But then Spider-Man stops him. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But this was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a fun watch. It's a good movie. It's actually the second of one of my favorite superheroes in Marvel. I mean, Spider-Man is responsible. And this is like the most he can use humor. That's more importantly about Spider-Man. He can use humor. I mean, he can use humor stuff. And yeah. He can use humor. He can do stuff. So he has to stop the lizard, which is going to be really tough to do. But there's also some other characters. He has like this love interest with like Gwen Stacy. When the movie gets going, he has a love interest with her. Then he starts acting weird. He's freaking out. I don't know if he's acting like an emo teen or something, like all the other superhero movies I've seen so far, like Man of Steel, and like other movies in the summer that were like superhero blockbusters. They're all like, I'm bummed. Like, Tony Stark has Swarma, aliens, and superheroes going like, oh, I'm super bad, and I'm responsible, and I have to crack someone's neck. I mean, what is with my superheroes? I just want them to be ready to fight. I mean, I'm not against that emo teen stuff, but I'm not ditching emo teens because they're totally emo. But really, why does it have to be superheroes that are acting like this? I mean, they're like, oh, I have these powers, but what am I going to do with them? So I don't really think he is being more of an emo teen. He's pretty much not. But he's still a fun watch. I remember this. I recommend this. You will have to buy this. Amazing Spider-Man on DVD at Blu-ray price because it's just that good. It's a must-see on DVD. It's still good. If you should have seen it in theaters because it was a lot of fun in theaters to see it on the big screen. The 3D was okay, but it's still a pretty fun watch. You gotta check it out. So, see you later, filmmakers. Hope you have a good night or day.